Some of my sources can come from really anywhere. Bits and pieces and fragments of images that I kind of reconfigure into a new meaning. I'll find a pattern and I'll blow it up, much larger than it would be, and it becomes something else. The process of, just splashing and paint and walking and on the canvas that you're painting, and it's this whole world that you're physically immersed in this painting. Your whole body is active while you're creating. Then I come back and I add layers to this, and each layer becomes another state of consciousness because I've moved in time through the process of the work. The painting Good Night is started off as a black and white painting, and I had decided at one point that it needed to move into color. The idea of going from black and white to color, or vice versa, color to black and white, is about life and death. I created this cloud image and encrusted it with these sparkling pieces, and this is in reference to my mother passing. Evolutionary impulse began with a roll of paper, and I decided to just roll this huge piece along my wall and just paint. By the time I was finished, it didn't feel like it needed to be cut up, so it became this long, very long painting that changes, and it has a transformation that kind of takes place. The process with which I work puts dissimilar things together enough so when you come to it, you make the relationships. I'm asking the viewer to make the relationships on their own. You have to really let go of your fears and your doubts and your negative voices in order to create. It's most important. So it becomes a real kind of raw expression of yourself. The idea of the bird plane piece came about when I was doing a residency in Holland, and there were artists coming from all over the world, and we came together and we all created our own work. And I made a mold of this little bird, and I decided to make many of them. My first installation was the birds in the shape of an airplane. People were drawn to these little forms. They're very intimate, and then yet together they create this vast form. The meaning of that image might shift if I put the birds in different environments, or if I put them in different shapes, or I create a space with the birds. But I think, again, the bird in the airplane has a juxtaposition of man and nature again, and it just keeps coming back to me, back to my work. The reason I think this is some of my most successful work is because it's very personal, and yet it's a universal idea. I'd like people to be able to enter into the work and get lost in it and come out with some sense of feeling like they've connected to something within themselves.